What I did was I just kind of waited that night, that first night. She got to sleep, and I climbed right back into her bed with her. And I said, "Hey, you're a girl. I like girls. I'm just going to sleep with you." That's what I did. It turned out well. So, coming out. I told her I was gay. In my mind, gay was an all-encompassing term. It just meant not cisgendered, heterosexual. So my roommate took it fine, for the most part. She was a little confused, I'd say. She knew that she knew what gay people were. It's not like she didn't understand what the queer community was. She knew gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender. She knew all of that. She just didn't know of anyone who identified on the acronym. So when I told her, she was just really like shocked. Kind of like as if she never expected to meet someone who identified as LGBTQIAA, or just one A, whatever. She like smiled, kind of, and then looked at me and said, "Wait, you're gay?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "You like girls?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Okay." And that was that. She never once had a negative reaction. She never once started like acting uncomfortable around me or anything like that. It was nice. She was really great. She was a great roommate. My second roommate, which is the one that I lived with last year, she's also queer. And that was even easier. With her, she's one of the first people I came out to as genderqueer. She was deaf. She was totally receptive. It was really easy. I think that it's really unfortunate that so many people have negative experiences coming out or are so stressed out about coming out to someone that they're going to live with. And I think it's really unfair that and personally, I think I've had such an easy time. I didn't get to pick any of my roommates. I didn't get to decide if I wanted male or female roommates because I went to a college that only accepted women. My experience is definitely something that's unique and different from a lot of experiences of people our age that are in college. I wish I had like a list of things that I did and thought about before I came out, but really I kind of just lived with the people that I lived with, and when I felt ready, when I felt that it was okay. I mean, I guess I threw out some feelers. Sometimes we would talk about the future and things like that. But I would never, I don't think I ever once said, "What do you think of gay people? Do you like gay people? Are you a homophobe?" Like, I never ever did things like that. I never even really threw out, like, ideas. Like, I think I never, like, toyed with the idea of gayness with my roommates before coming out to them. I just kind of lived with them for a little while, and when I felt comfortable enough, when I felt that they had at least a little bit of respect for me, I told them. And it's worked out for me each time, and I know I'm really lucky in that way, in that regard. So I think that's how I came out to a roommate. I think with me, coming out in general to the bigger population of my school was what was tough. Because I was met with a lot of people who were either were confused, who were genuinely confused and wanted me to explain to them why I decided to go to my school, despite the fact that I knew that I didn't identify as, quote, a woman. And there were other people who were just angry. They were just like upset that I had decided to go someplace where I wasn't supposed to be. And that was definitely hard. But I knew that I had my roommate. I could go home and not worry about someone coming to try to kill me in my sleep or something. That's a bit of an exaggeration, yeah, I know, but I was just hyperbole. It's for effect. But yeah, I think I know it was definitely more of a struggle coming out to my team, coming out to my classmates than it was coming out to my roommates. If I were to give anyone advice about coming out to a roommate, I would definitely say the first thing for you to do is to try to be as prepared as possible for any reaction. If you also go into it thinking that they'll just be cool with it and won't have a problem at all, or won't be confused, or won't ask you questions that might make you upset, you're going to find yourself in a very difficult situation where you won't know what to do with yourself. So I think the best thing is to know and acknowledge and accept that coming out can go really well or really badly. Or it can just be whatever, like it was with me. And I think the first thing to do is definitely to just wait a little bit. Um, at least, I mean, you don't want to wait until the middle of the year and you're like, guess what? Throw in a bomb there. But you also don't want to like make it the first thing. Because who knows, you might end up having that roommate where it might not be a good idea to come out to them. Um, I think it really depends on a person-to-person basis. It depends on you and it depends on your roommate. And I think that if you have the option of getting to know people and maybe choosing your roommate, I would definitely take it. I would have taken it if I had that option. Just feeling it out, because you can easily pick out people who are, a lot of people nowadays are like, when they speak about their interests, they're like, oh yeah, I'm interested in queer this, gay that. Those types of people, why not reach out to them, see if they want to live with you, because they might have the same apprehensions that you have. Um, but if you can't pick your roommate, I say make the best of it, and it really depends on who you're living with. That advice goes for something you can hide easily. But if it's like more around the realm of gender, or more around the realm of just the way you present yourself and the way you dress, and if you dress stereotypically as some type of homosexual, or if you stereotypically dress like a butch lesbian, or if you present yourself like I did in a very masculine way, then it's harder to hide something like that. But I think if you already present in such a way, it's not going to be easy to hide it, and then you can prepare some sort of like coming out speech, story, saga thing, if you want. I guess I'm not too good with the advice because I'm not really good at planning. Like, I've never planned anything like this. Like, when I come out to people, came out to my mom, came out to my family, friends, roommates, it was definitely not like, I didn't think about it for weeks on end before doing it. It was more of like, wake up one morning and say, today I think I'm going to come out to so-and-so. And that's how it worked for me. But I know for a lot of people, that's not how it works. Also, I have this nifty little thing that helps me come out. I got it this summer. I got it in June, and it's a tattoo, and it has 3 letters, LGW. It's on my arm. So it doesn't help me. It doesn't really help me come out in the winter, but in the summer it's real easy to come out. It's a tattoo, and it says LGW, and those are the colors of the genderqueer flag: lavender, green, white. And so when people see it, and they ask me what it stands for, I just tell them the truth. And then they ask me questions about gender, queer, about gender, about things like that. Or they just say, okay, and just change the subject. But to me, that's enough. I hope that I was able to give someone just like a tidbit like of usable advice. And I know that college is starting up really soon, and a lot of people are probably really stressing about if they can come out, if they should come out, how, when, why, to who. And I think we all have to always be prepared for a negative reaction, but don't expect to have every single person hate you or not support you, because even if your roommate doesn't want to live with you, someone will. I just think that with coming out, especially right now, in the times that we are living in, where queerness is a very touchy subject for a lot of people, you have to be prudent with how you do it and to who you do it to. Sounds like sex advice. You know what? Take it as sex advice too. be careful, always wear rubber. Don't leave without telling someone that you did.